Let's go.
Hey y'all, peace. This is James, my husband. I'm Tina, and we're the Wilsons. We have a Pan-African American civil rights organization here in Orange County, or generally known Orlando, Florida. And we're out here at the Icon Park Free Fall. And on March 24th of this year, a 14-year-old St. Louis resident down here on spring break from St. Louis, Missouri, he was here with teammates. His parents sent him here to have a good time. He's an honor roll student. He's on the football team. He also volunteered for Montessori Academy with little kids, helping them, with their athleticism. He came here, and while the ride was falling, it's called drop tower as well, this free fall, he wasn't harnessed in correctly, and he plummeted to his death. He plummeted to his death. And the thing is, when he fell from this 430-foot amusement ride, there was no one there to attend to him. No one immediately administered CPR, because he's a black kid from St. Louis. Come on, let's keep it real. So he fell. Now, what they've done since then, and we jump right on it because we know how Orange County, Florida is. We know that this is a tourist district, and the primary concern is to generate revenue. We're a tourist destination, not a death destination. And they continue, this tower, this 430-foot tower, continues to stand, and we want to ensure that the parents, Nakia Dodd and Tyre Sampson, know that we stand behind you. We're grieving too, because we also have a son that was big bone, as we call it, and he was turned away from a ride because of the weight restrictions, and because this child was allowed to get on this ride and he plummeted to his death. They think that there's going to be business as usual. We're not having it. We're a non-profit, we're a 501c, and we are expanding the narrative for Pan-African American citizens, not only in this country, but in this county. Now, Mayor Demings came out, he offered condolences, but he said nothing about shutting down this ride permanently. It took Senator Randolph Gracie to send a letter to Tallahassee, Florida, which is our capital, and say, hey, shut it down indefinitely. Now that it's shut down indefinitely, why is it still standing? Icon Park, we sent a letter to Chris Jaskowitz, and we said, not only do we want you to suspend the lease and contract for Slingshot Group that owns both rides, but we want you to be compassionate, be humane. Because we know, and you know, that if it was a white child, there would be all kind of media here. There would be all kind of people. It would be somewhat as an insurrection. But anyway, it's a little black kid, a 14-year-old from St. Louis. And it is our job as a civil rights organization, as a public charity, to come out and advocate for those who can't advocate for themselves, because his parents can't be here, his community can't be here, the Bad Boys football team can't be here, but we're here. So at 3 o'clock, we will protest. We will let the public know that we're not having it here in Orange County. Now, we have 3 black leaders in District 5 and 6, and we haven't heard a thing from them. We've been on a Zoom call with the commissioner, which is Nikki Freed, for the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services, and she assures us that they're going to have a very transparent investigation. However, we don't want that the end or the resolution of that investigation to say, okay, we'll make some, we'll make some adjustments on the ride, we'll add a redundant safety belt, and it's business as usual. The devil is a lie. A child died on this ride. We want it dismantled. We want a memorial put here for Tyre Sampson, and we want it not tomorrow, we want it today. In 2018 in Daytona Beach, the Department of Agriculture and Consumer Services under Nikki Freed, 8 people were injured. That ride was gone in less than a year. Why are you hiding all of the memorial, all the memorabilia? Why are you hiding it? Why?
Behind the
Because it's
fence.
Memorial Day? Why are you hiding it? We want the public to see. Why are you hiding it? We want everyone to know that a 14-year-old black child died from this ride. You're not going to make revenue on the backs of what happened, and a child died now. He wasn't injured, he died. He died at Arnold Palmer Children's Hospital from his injuries. So it's not going to be business as usual, not in our community, because we'll boycott these 40 shops that they have at Icon Park. We'll make sure that all the residents and tourists know that this ride is still standing and a 14-year-old boy, a black boy, died because they did not harness him in correctly. It was because of operator error. And so now you're going to go and spend your hard-earned dollars in Icon Park. Don't go to Icon Park.
Never.
Never. Because they continue to let Slingshot Group have this monstrosity, yes, a monstrosity of a death trap here. A 14-year-old boy fell off this ride. He died.
Suffering from heart attack, he was sick.
No, he fell from the ride because they didn't
He fell
harness
off the
him
seat.
incorrectly.
He fell out the seat.
He plummeted over 100 feet. And we are out here to protest.
When was this? When?
It happened March 24th, 2022.
This
He was,
year?
yes, ma'am. He was down here on spring break, straight A student, and they did not harness him incorrectly. And he fell over 100 feet to his death.
I'll never go there.
14-year-old.
I'll never go there.
Never, and don't go to Icon Park because they're still allowing it to stand. They have 40 shops. And you know what they did? We brought teddy bears, we put everything in his memory, and they covered it up because they don't want the public to know because this is Memorial Day. But guess what?
Thank you so much.
I served this country as a United States Marine. And Memorial Day is not to be celebrated over the deaths of our fallen heroes. It's supposed to commemorate them. It's supposed to remember them. So since I fought and since I served this country, then I am expected to come out here and advocate for the citizens of this country. He's a Pan-African American child. Listen, we're from a whole continent because we're a whole people. So since I served this racist country, it is my job, my duty, and my honor to come out here and advocate for a little 14-year-old boy that cannot advocate for himself.
All right.